guys, welcome back to my channel. You're watching Kel-Sei's Way TV and I am Kel-Sei. We're gonna try to fix the light and I might need to turn the air conditioner down just a little bit. Gonna die. But anyway, I'm back with another car K-Talk. I'm on my way to school and I saw this post the other day and really wanted to make a video, but somehow, someway when I'm at home, I just haven't set up my space yet, so it's not I don't know, it doesn't motivate me to want to do work, you know, do YouTube work, that is. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and get right into this video. This video will be about healing your way through things, and it could be from the biggest traumatic experiences or just to the little minuscule things that we often kind of overshadow and use that get over it motto, which makes those little things build up to bigger things. And I kind of got this idea scrolling through Instagram as I usually do, and there's this poet on there that I really like. His name is Londrell, and I saw a post of his that says heal your way into wholeness, heal your way into lasting love, heal your way into abundance, heal your way into success, heal your way into everything you want to be and have. It's your journey, heal your way through it. And that's what the post said. I think close enough. I might put, I'll screenshot it, so I might put the picture in the video if I edit it. I probably won't edit it, so don't quote me on it. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at LONDRELLE, I think that's it. Maybe I'll just leave his Instagram in the link below. Who knows? I'm not very reliable when it comes to things of that nature. Anyway, to get right to the video, and that resonated with me because, one, this is a conversation that I've had on multiple occasions with different people, and I think that it's very interesting because a lot of times we have this attitude of let it go, get over it, shake it off, you'll be all right, especially in the black community. And y'all know I always say this, I'm speaking on the black community because that's the community in which I exist in, and that's what I have the most experience in, and what I know the most about, and kind of what I care the most about, because I exist in that community, you know. It doesn't exclude anybody in particular, but I'm just speaking on my experience and what I've seen out of my community. But we have this mentality of let it go, shake it off. You know, what happens in this house stays in this house. And just kind of get over it. Well, how do you get over it? Because you can't just, some things you don't just let go. You may tell yourself that you let it go. You may tell other people that you let it go, but you still walk around with this underlying affect because of whatever that situation was, whether it be something minuscule and or something that was truly detrimental to you. You still walk around with this attitude, and that attitude forms behaviors, and those behaviors form the mentalities in which you kind of change or just walk around with this negative energy. And that post just kind of it just made me feel a lot of things. It made me kind of think a lot of things through, which is why I wanted to make this video, because I felt like a lot of people needed to hear it. How do we get over things? How do we let it go? How do we shake that off? You got to learn from it. You got to heal from it. You have to recognize that that was not okay for you. That was a problem for you. And you got to accept it. But you got to do all of that first before you just let it go, before you shake it off, before you get over it. And healing through the process, to me, is very, very important, because when you don't, like I said, this attitude becomes a behavior. This behavior becomes a mentality. And when that becomes a mentality, or these behaviors are reoccurring, that affects you in the long run, even though you got over it already. No, you got used to it. You didn't get over it. You got used to it. And being that you got used to it, now you're acting in a manner of being used to hurt, being used to pain, being used used to people doing you a certain way. And when you get that mentality, now you're trying to beat somebody to the punch. And sometimes, no, not sometimes, everybody ain't out to get you. Everything isn't designed to be negative towards you, but if that's your outlook on it, it's going to seem negative to you, no matter what the intentions of that other person or whatever the situation was. No matter what the intentions were, it could have been pure, but because you got used to it, that's the attitude that you took to handle the situation. So if we kind of rephrase getting over it, if we rephrase letting it go, and take on a new mentality, take on a new attitude that will come with a new set of behaviors of healing first. Healing first. Don't jump from situation to situation, in some cases person to person, thinking that that's where your healing starts. Your healing starts with you. Your healing starts inside first. And if you don't heal that first, only thing you're doing is carrying baggage from situation to situation, person to person, and you making things worse and more complicated for yourself, because pieces of that situation is still dragging along with you. As much as you got over it, you didn't. You can't without healing from it first. You're getting used to it. And it's like I'm trying to think of some of the things that I often hear people say, especially in my age group. They'll be like, oh, I'm numb to the pain, or something of that nature. I can't really think right now because I'm literally just spitballing this. I definitely stand by everything that I'm saying, and of course, like I always say, if there's something that changes as I grow and gain more experience, I'll definitely retouch the subject and refresh my opinions. But this is a free-flowing of thought channel, but we're gonna roll with what we're going with right now. Numb to the pain. That means you got used to it. That is not good. I don't want to be numb to pain. You have pain receptors for a reason. That tells your body that something ain't right, that something is bringing you harm. That goes for emotional and mental receptors. You get angry at some things, you get hurt by some things, you get sad by some things for a reason. That tells you that I might not like this, I don't know, I need to check into this, I need to look into this. That's what those receptors are for. But when we get over everything and let everything go without healing first, those receptors become numb, and then we become susceptible to tolerating and dealing with anything. We become susceptible to being defensive. We become susceptible to portraying these behaviors and these mentalities that weren't us from the beginning. It's something that we allowed ourselves to mold into based off of circumstances that happened to us. And that could all be changed, that energy could all be redirected if we heal first. If we heal through sadness, if we heal through broken promises, if we heal through neglect, if we heal through mental abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, if we heal through anything that life throws at us, not only will you be more prepared to handle things, you will have an open mind, you'll have a positive mindset so that you're not so defensive when life throws lemons at you. You can make lemonade and not sugar water. I don't know where I was getting with that, but you know what I mean. Like, you can do something with that instead of always trying to fight first, always trying to beat something to the punch, because sometimes that something that you're trying to beat could have had your best intentions, could have wanted the best for you, could have really truly cared about you, been pure. And I'm starting to kind of ramble and repeat myself, so I'm going to leave this video really short, but I do think that that is an important topic, and like I said, that's something in the Black community that we miss a lot. In the Black community, we're supposed to just get over it. How about we stop getting used to it? Because that's what getting over it without healing first, without processing what exactly is happening, without learning from the instances, without learning how we may have brought that on ourselves and what we could do differently so we don't attract that negativity, and learning how to recognize good and how to recognize bad and stop being so defensive all the time, I think we would get a lot further. And just keep in mind that your body has receptors for a reason. You don't need to be numb to anything. Being numb means you're used to it. You still need to feel. Body works like that for a reason. Your emotions are put in place for a reason. People who don't feel anymore, they simply are alive. You want to live. So just keep that in mind, and let's just heal through the process, not be so reactive and so quick to tell the next person to get over something. And I don't care how minuscule it is or how big it is. Everything deserves to go through the complete process. And sometimes that acknowledgement might be 30 seconds, like, oh, that really sucked. And then, okay, well, what did I get from that? All right, I think I'm done. I'm over it now. Even if it took only 30 seconds for you to get over it, the fact that you went through all the phases is what matters. Sometimes it takes months, sometimes it takes years, sometimes it might even take a decade, just because we got to get them steps first. And sometimes it's hard to get into the program and to get into those steps, but it takes time, and it takes for us to talk about it first. And that's what this channel is all about, because I'm gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna put it out there and make sure that we all are aware. And you guys could put it out there even more by sharing the channel and talking about it with your friends. That's why I make these videos. I make them for me to document my growth and to kind of get out my free-flowing thoughts, but I make them for you too, because I feel like it's important. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and cut this short. Heal through the process. Anything that you want, you can get there through healing and harboring positive energies and not letting those attitudes become behaviors, and those behaviors become mentality based off of a circumstance or a situation you were put in. Have a great day, guys. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and